woke up hard this morning, with yesterday still on my chest. The list of what I didn't do, the ways I failed the test. But the cat just climbed beside me and settled without a word, as if my quiet falling short was something she preferred. She doesn't need me to be better, she just needs me to be here. The cat knows something I forgot, that I am enough right now. She doesn't count my failures, she doesn't need me to know how to fix it all, or be it all, or hold the whole world right. The cat just curls beside me and says, "You're doing fine tonight." I've been so hard on myself for longer than I know, setting fires inside my chest for the seeds I didn't sow. But this small, warm creature asks for nothing but my warmth, and something in that simple thing pulls me back from the storm. She doesn't need me to be stronger, she just wants me close. The cat knows something I forgot, that I am enough right now. She doesn't count my failings, she just shows me how to sit inside the morning, to breathe and let it go. The cat curls soft beside me, and somehow she knows. There's a quiet in the morning before the phones begin, before the news arrives again, before the noise comes in. Just the coffee in the window, and the light that's barely there, just the breathing of the city, and the coolness in the air. This is mine before the world takes over. This is the only time that's truly free, before the world wakes up. This belongs to me, the slow and tender morning, the warmth inside the cup. Before the world wakes up, I get to just exist, no one asking anything, no item on a list, just this. The cat is still beside me, the steam is rising slow. to be anything but here in this soft glow. I used to rush through mornings to get to something else, but I found that what I needed was already here myself. Nothing is required of me right now. Nothing has to start before the world wakes up. This belongs to me. The golden quiet morning, the warmth inside the cup. Before the world wakes up, I get to just be still. No one needing anything. I'm here because I will. Just this. Hold on to the morning. Hold on to the slow. This is where you find yourself before you have to go. I've had some nights I didn't think I'd find the morning again. I've had some dark so heavy I forgot that it would end. But here the light comes anyway, the same as it always has. It doesn't ask if I deserve it, it just does what first light does. And something in that faithfulness teaches me to try. First light doesn't give up on you, even when you give up on the day. First light comes regardless, finds you where you lay. So if you made it through the night, if you're here to see this glow, first light says, I kept my promise. Now let's take it slow. In the dark and waited for the sky, and slowly it grew golden, and I remembered why I keep on choosing morning, why I come back every time, because the light returns without fail. And so somehow, so do I. And that is something worth believing, that we can begin again. First light doesn't give up on you, even when you can't go on. First light breaks so gently, it has all along. So if you're here, you made it through. If you can see this gold, first light did you? I'm told. Everyone is somewhere by the time I've had my cup. Everyone has got somewhere to be, and I'm still waking up. But I've decided something on this quiet morning floor, that the speed of other people isn't mine to keep the score. I move at my own rhythm, and that is not a crime. Unhurried, unashamed, I take the morning slow. I'm not behind if I don't rush. I'm just learning how to go at the pace that feels like breathing, at the speed that feels like me. Unhurried and unhurrying, this is how I want to be. The cat has never rushed a thing. She stretches when she's done. She drinks her water carefully. She sits inside the sun, and no one calls her lazy. No one says she's slow. She's just living at the pace that all good living knows. I wanna learn that from her, to take my time with grace. Unhurried, unashamed, I hold the morning close. I'm not failing if I'm gentle. I'm just learning what I need the most, at the pace that feels like breathing, at the speed that feels like home. Unhurried and unhurrying, I am not alone. The steam rises from the cup without an agenda, without a plan or purpose, just rising warm and tender. I've been taught that every moment should be used for something more, but the steam just rises quietly and asks nothing of the floor. And somewhere in that rising, I remember I can rest. Steam and silence, that's all I need this morning. Steam and silence, no proving and no warning, just the slow release of warmth into into the waiting air. Steam and silence reminds me I can care for nothing else right now. I sat and watched the light move across the kitchen wall. I didn't check a single thing, I didn't make a call. And in that empty pocket of time I didn't fill, I found the thing I'd lost somewhere. That quiet, standing still. It wasn't wasted after all. It was the most important part. Steam and silence, that's the whole of morning. Steam and silence, gentle, soft, restoring. Just the slow release of warmth into the open air. Steam and silence, and the knowledge I was there, and that was all I needed. I've been looking for the big things, the turning point, the sign, the moment when the life I dreamed would finally align. But this morning in the kitchen, something stopped me where I stood. Just a cup and a cat and a window, and the feeling, this is good. I've been chasing what I'm living the whole time. This is the warmest hour, right here in the ordinary. This is the warmest hour, in the soft and the unhurried. I don't need to find a better life, this is already mine. The warmest hour is this one, and it's more than fine. A song on the quiet radio, the smell of something warm, the cat who chose to find me on this plain and peaceful morning. And I thought I needed more than this, I thought this wasn't quite enough. But the warmest hour was always here, in this ordinary love. I just had to slow down long enough to feel it. This is the warmest hour, right here in the small and tender. This is the warmest hour, in the golden soft is always here if I let myself believe. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm not counting what I owe. I'm just here inside this morning, watching the coffee steam rise slow. No rehearsing for later, no replaying what was wrong. Just the weight of this cup in my hands and the music of this song. Just this morning, that's all I have to hold. Just this morning, just this cup, just this light that's filling up the quiet room where I exist. Nothing added to the list. Just this morning, just right here. Just the soft and just the near. Just the fact that I am breathing. Just this morning is enough. The cat is warm against my leg. The window holds the sky. I have everything I need right now, and I'm not sure when or why. I let go of the grasping. I let go of the chase, and I found that what was missing was just permission to take this space. Just this morning, just this simple thing. Just this morning, just this breath, just this small and gentle rest. Just the holding and the here. Nothing pulling, nothing to fear. Just this morning, just this now. Just the coffee and somehow just the feeling I belong here. Just this morning is enough. There were weeks I kept the curtains closed. I didn't want to see the brightness of a world outside that wasn't meant for me. But something made me open them one ordinary day, and the light came in so quietly, like it had always planned to stay. I'd forgotten what it felt like to let the morning in. Window light, you Think about the people who are still keeping curtains closed, who need someone to tell them that the light is close. It doesn't judge how long you waited. It doesn't ask you to explain. It just comes in warm and golden, and it comes and comes again. Let it in whenever you're ready. It will be there. Window light, it never stopped waiting. Window light, patient, soft, and staying. Always on the other side, ready to be let in. Window light keeps its promise to begin and begin and begin. You will always find the morning. You will always find the light again. I keep rewriting the same list of the ways I fall short, the things I should be doing better, the battles I haven't fought. But this morning something shifted in the light and in the cup. A voice I hadn't heard before said, "You are good enough." Not perfect, not finished, but good, and that is true. Good enough to have this morning, good enough to start again, good enough to make mistakes and still be worth it in the end. You don't have to earn the sunrise. You don't have to prove the day. Good enough is not a consolation. Good enough is all you have to say. The cat doesn't check her record before she comes to rest. She just arrives entirely herself and offers up her best. And her best is just her presence, soft and warm and still. And somehow that is everything, and somehow always will. I wanna be that simple, just here, just this, just me. Good enough to hold this morning, good enough to feel the sun, good enough to be unfinished, good enough to have begun. You don't have to earn the kindness, you don't have to pay for grace. Good enough is standing right here. Good enough is your own face. Say it until you believe it. You are good enough right now, just as you are. I had no plans today. The calendar was clear. No place I had to be. No deadline drawing near. And I felt the guilt of it, that familiar restless shame. Like a day without a purpose is a day that's just the same. But then the morning disagreed with everything I thought. No plans, just coffee. No plans, just light. No plans, and somehow everything feels right. The richest kind of morning is the one you didn't fill. No plans is not an empty thing. No plans is being still. And still is something beautiful. I'm learning to be still. I watched the clouds for 20 minutes. I didn't look at once. I let the music play completely in this unhurried month. And when I finally noticed how much time had passed in peace, I understood that doing nothing was the thing I most needed. No plans was not a waste. No plans was everything. No plans, just morning. No plans, just here. No plans, and slowly something becomes clear. The fullest kind of living sometimes looks like standing still. No plans is not an empty thing. No plans is how I heal. And healing is the most important work I'll ever feel. Pour the coffee slowly now. I used to rush the pour. I used to move through everything just to get to more. But more was always somewhere else, and I was always behind. And I was burning through the days to find some peace of mind. And then I learned the hardest lesson. Slow is not the enemy. Slow hands make the best things. Slow love lasts the longest. Slow mornings hold the most light. Slow living is the strongest. I spent so long apologizing for the pace at which I go. But slow hands, steady, gentle, are the hands that really know. The jazz doesn't rush the note. The piano waits its turn. The bass walks at the pace of breathing. And I'm starting now to learn that the music of a good life is not the fastest tempo played. It's the space between the notes that makes the melody stay. I want to play the slow song all the way through. Slow hands make the best things. Slow love holds the closest. Slow mornings last the longest. Slow living is what matters most. I'm done with the apology for the pace I choose to go. These slow hands, soft and steady, are the hands that really know. Nobody saw the night you stayed up, working through the fear. Nobody saw the quiet way you showed up year by year. Nobody saw the mornings when you almost didn't make it here. Nobody gave you credit for the strength it took to appear. But I want you to know that I see it, all of it. You are your own witness to everything you've done. You know the weight you carried. You know how far you've come. No one else can count it the way you truly can. You are the only witness to be in your own hand. And that story is worth telling to yourself today. You've been the one who held it when there was no one else to hold. You've been the one who kept going in the quiet and the cold. And now you're here this morning with the coffee and the light. And you have earned every second of this small and peaceful right to sit here, to be here, to be alive. You are your own witness to every silent fight. You know the strength it took you to find the morning light. No medal will be given, no one else may understand, but you are your own witness. You took yourself by the hand, and that is worth remembering on ordinary days. speaking harshly to myself before the sun, telling myself I should be better, telling myself I haven't done enough, I never do enough, I'm never what I want to be. And I carried all of that before I even had my tea. And something in the morning said, speak to yourself like someone you love. Tender morning, tender voice, the way you'd speak to a friend in pain. Tender morning, tender choice, to be soft with yourself again. You would never say those things to someone that you cared about. Tender morning teaches gently what you're learning to work out. So I tried it just this once, to meet myself with something kind, to say good morning to my body, to leave the criticism behind. And the strangest thing, it shifted, something loosened in my chest, and the morning felt more golden, and I finally let me rest. Just for this one morning, I was my own friend. Tender morning, tender words, the ones you say for everyone but you. Tender morning, tender worth, you deserve the softness too. You have been so strong so long, that soft feels almost wrong. Tender morning, keep returning until the gentle voice is strong. Every morning is a choice that I don't always name, to come back to the kitchen, to try once more the same, to make the cup, to take the seat, to face another day. It sounds like such a small thing, but I know what it takes to stay. And I've made a quiet agreement with the person that I am. I'll be here tomorrow morning, I'll make the coffee, I'll take the chair, I'll make the quiet agreement to keep on showing up right here. Not because it's always easy, not because I always wanna start, but because I made a promise to the person in my heart that I'll keep on choosing morning. That's the quiet agreement. Some days I barely make it to the kitchen, to the cup, but the fact that I am here again means and showing up imperfectly, still counts, still holds, still stands. The quiet agreement honors even the shaking hands. I'm here, I made it, I'm still trying. That's enough. I'll be here tomorrow morning, even when the night was long. I'll make the quiet agreement to be soft instead of strong, because I am still worth the morning, because the cup is worth the pour. The quiet agreement keeps me coming back to this once more, and once more is how we make it. The quiet agreement holds. I've spent so long feeling like I took up too much space, like I needed to justify every breath, every place, like I had to earn the morning, like I had to earn the sun, like existing wasn't sufficient without something being done. But the cat just takes her space without an explanation. You belong here, you don't have to earn it. You belong here, you just have to learn it. You were not made to apologize for being where you are. You belong here in the morning, you belong here just as you are. I've been practicing belonging the way I'd practice a new skill, learning how to take my seat without feeling like I spill over into someone else's rightful, earned, deserved space, learning that there's room enough for every kind of face. There is space enough for you here, there always has been. You belong here as you are this morning. You belong here in the soft and the ordinary. You were not born to earn your place, you were born to take it. You belong here in the light, and every day you make it. Sit down, stay a while, this seat feels cold and hard and long, when I've lost the thread of feeling, like I know where I belong. And on those mornings I come back to the smallest, truest thing, 2 hands around a warm cup, and what that warmth can bring. It doesn't solve the hard things, but it holds me while I hold it. Coffee and warmth, that's where I start. Coffee and warmth for the tired heart. When the world is hard and heavy and the ground feels far away, coffee and warmth in the morning is how I find my way back to something good. The cat climbs up beside me, her warmth against my side. 2 kinds of warm together, like a place I want to hide. Not hide from everything forever, just long enough to breathe, long enough to feel held, long enough to believe that warmth is always findable, even on the hardest days. Coffee and warmth for the weary soul. Coffee and warmth when you feel less than whole. The smallest act of comfort can be enough to hold. Coffee and warmth in the morning, a kind of coming home to something good. I used to think that healing was a thing you could rush through, that if you worked hard enough at it, you'd find your way straight through. But healing doesn't work like that. It works the way of trees. It takes the seasons that it needs in its own time and degrees. And I've been learning to allow the pace that things require. Let it be slow, let the morning be long, let the healing take the time it needs to make you strong. You are not behind on anything. There is no proper speed. Let it be slow, let it be soft, let it be what you need. The coffee in the cup cools slowly. I don't rush the temperature. I let it find its way to perfect at the pace that feels right here and my life is like the coffee, finding its way to the warmth. And I've stopped trying to force the timing and started trusting the form. Trust the slow unfolding. It knows what it's doing. Let it be slow. Let the good things take their time. Let the roots go deep before the branches start to climb. You are not a project to complete by any given year. Let it be slow, let it be true, let it happen here. I keep waiting for my life to start, for the extraordinary, for the version of myself that's different, necessary. But here I am again this morning, ordinary as the sun. Coffee cup and cat beside me, another day begun. And something says, this is the life, this ordinary thing, this ordinary life is the whole extraordinary. This ordinary morning is the thing I've been carrying. All the searching for a better now was missing what was here. This ordinary life, this cup, this light, this year is the miracle. I've read about enlightenment in books on crowded shelves, but the wisest thing I've found is in the morning by myself, where nothing is remarkable and nothing is profound. And that is where I find the most remarkable around. The ordinary was always what I was looking for. This ordinary life is the most extraordinary thing. This ordinary morning and everything it brings. I've been chasing after something else when something else was here. This ordinary life, this warmth, this now, this year is the miracle. Don't wait for it to get more. It is already more right now. needed someone to tell me it was okay to rest. I kept waiting for permission from someone else to suggest that I had done enough for now, that I could put it down. But no one came to tell me, so I kept on going round. And then the cat climbed on my lap and made the choice for me. The cat gave me permission to stop, to stay, to sit. The cat gave me permission to just be done with it. I couldn't move her even if I wanted to move on. The cat gave me permission, and now I'm holding on to rest, to soft, to still. And maybe that's the blessing of a creature without words. She says the things I need to hear without a single word. That rest is not a failure, that stillness is not waste, that a warm lap in the morning is a consecrated space. And I am grateful for the creature who makes me stop. The cat gave me permission that I couldn't give myself. The cat gave me permission to step down from the shelf where I had placed my worth and work above my need to rest. The cat gave me permission, and the cat knows best to stop, to stay, to soften. I've begun again so many times, from so many different places, from the floor, from the silence, from the cold between the spaces. And each time I thought beginning would require something more, some great surge of resolution that I'd never had before. But the gentlest kind of beginning is just this one more try. Begin again gently, no grand declaration. Begin again gently with the quiet determination of someone who has learned by now that soft is also brave. Begin again gently, that is how the good ones are made, one morning at a time. You don't have to be a new person, you don't have to start from You just have to find the morning and pick up from where you last left the person you were being before the hard parts came. Begin again gently, you're still in the same good game. And the morning is right here, ready when you are. Begin again gently, with the cup and with the light. Begin again gently, as you move from night to bright. Because you have begun before, and every time you stayed. Begin again gently, that is how the brave are made. One morning at a time. Don't make it harder than it is. Just wake up, just begin, just gently. One more time. Begin again gently, as many times as it takes. Begin again gently, through all the new mistakes. The morning keeps on offering the same soft open door. Begin again gently, that is what the morning's for. Again and again.